Welcome back, everybody. Now today I'm taking a look at 5 different package openers that get through those annoying clamshell and blister packages. Let's see if any of them work and if one is better than the rest in today's video. One thing I realized when reading the instructions and watching the instructional videos and reading comments is that there's really kind of 3 schools of thought on how people open these type of packages. Most of these openers are designed for 2 of those ways, and one is a little bit more DIY. Some of them actually go around the edge itself. Some go around the product, and then a lot of people just use a pair of scissors and cut right through the cardboard and the packaging itself. So what I'm going to do is try as many of those methods with as many of these as I can and see how versatile they really are. Even if it's not designed for that, I'm going to try it anyways. So the way this is going to work is I've got 3 rounds. Each opener has 3 chances to impress. I'm going to try as many methods as I can during those 3 rounds, so let's get right back to the couch and get started. All of these ranged in price from $11 to $17 on Amazon, so let's just skip any preliminaries and get right to it. Let's first take a look at the 5 contenders. First up is the Zip It. This has a 4.0 star rating on Amazon. I paid 17 bucks for it. Pros on Amazon say that it's better than scissors and works with very little effort. The cons say that it doesn't work well on all types of packages. It's the only motorized model. It takes 2 AA batteries that go in the handle here. Has a plastic exterior with steel roller blades right there. Has a safety guard which comes off, and sometimes you have to take it off according to their instructions. One-touch operation. The instructions note that it can be used without the batteries, but it's much more difficult to use. It does say there would be some packages that are going to be too thick for it to open as well. Next up is the Plastic Surgeon. This currently has a 4.2 star rating. All right, this Plastic Surgeon has an auto close feature. Look how sharp that blade is. Easy grip handle, ergonomic design. The pros on Amazon say that it's well built, perfect for packaging, and it's quite sharp. The cons say that it's not well made, not easy to use. It tends to slip while pushing and takes a lot of effort to push it through the plastic. Next up is the Fiskars. This is a popular brand of scissors used a lot in schools, but these are supposedly well made for packages. I paid $11.29 for it. It currently has a 4.2 star rating on Amazon. It has a curved design and it has a built-in screwdriver to help you open up some of those toys that you have to pry out of the packaging. Claims are that it's good for clamshell packaging, zip ties cardboard, has a safety latch right there. The pros on Amazon say that it's good for opening packages and it's effortless in its use. The cons say that it worked no better than a regular pair of scissors and it was a waste of money. Next up, Slit It. I paid $12.95 for this, although last time I checked it was actually $16.99, so you know how Amazon works, it's going to vary. So between $13 and $17. The claims are that it has a balanced cutting action that glides through the toughest plastic. It's supposed to be ergonomic, durable, and versatile. Pros on Amazon say that it is actually versatile and you can use a push or pulling motion to use it. The cons say it's not for heavy-duty packaging, odd-shaped packages, or small packages. And finally, it's the Open X. I paid $11.09 for it. Last I checked it was $12.72. This has a 4.4 star rating on Amazon. It has the most ratings and it's also an Amazon's choice. This has a dual blade format. You can see the blade here, but there's also a retractable blade that comes out of the side, very small. Actually, it reminds me a little bit of this device that I have that has a very small blade on it too. It's supposed to be good for plastic around bottles, pet food bags, more. Has a 2-step process where you create a slit with a small blade and then you use this blade to cut the rest of it. Pros on Amazon say that it's lasted for years, it's good for opening most packages, and it's inexpensive. The cons say it doesn't hold up over time and the blade's too small. I will say that I've noticed that I can actually still feel the retractable blade just by doing this, so I think it would probably tear my pocket to shreds if I put it in there. I can still feel it. I usually film my unboxings whenever I review any products. I don't always use them in the videos. I wasn't planning on using the unboxings for all these products except for the Open X, because the Open X ironically came in one of the packages that it's designed to open. It came in one of those difficult to open packages, so I used one of the others to get it out of there, and I didn't know which one to choose, so I just spun the wheel and check out how the opening of the Open X went. It's kind of funny, it says stop struggling with those stubborn plastic packages yet. This is the only one that comes in one of those stubborn plastic packages. Why would they do that? I'm going to use one of these to open up with and let my phone decide. And the Plastic Surgeon it is. All right, so the Plastic Surgeon says to push back on the safety, insert this into the packaging, and push away from you. The base is the best. And then you're supposed to gently push it in a path around the product. Okay, well, let's see. It's kind of how their instructions are showing it. All right, it is inserted, now let go. It's supposed to let go. And now twist it to a 45-degree angle. Okay. Okay, oh, well, I'm feeling it. I just kind of came out of there. But All right, well, hey, you know what? The plastic surgeon did its job and actually operated nicely on the Open X. I didn't want to buy things that were going to go to waste, so I bought things I would either be able to use myself or give away, so I was trying to be a little bit more responsible about that. So let me get started with round one. Round one is a cheap kid's toy. You'll see a lot of cheap kids' toys around Christmas in this horrifying packaging. Zip It is first up. Let's give it a shot. I also think for round one for the Zip It, I'm just gonna go right through the cardboard and see how well it cuts through that. Let me try it with the actual protective case on there. Let's see what we get. That's a quick no right off the bat. All right, this comes off. That looks a lot like an automatic can opener. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Whoa. All right, well, it took a second for it to get past that initial lip, but once it did, it just sailed through it like butter. That was a beautiful demonstration of cutting packaging. Let me try some more of it. Not only that, it was kind of fun. All right, let's try some more. It seems like it's gonna struggle to get past this lip right here, but once it does, smooth sailing. Oh yeah, look at that. That's almost enjoyable, very oddly satisfying to do that. Let me try more. Oh, I just got stuck. Hold on a second. I didn't realize that was back there. I can't really cut through that. All right, we're gonna skip that. I go down this other side now. Wow, an impressive demonstration from the Zip It. I actually have to say, I like the way that worked. Speaking of work, let me try this. It's got boy, girl, and robot. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that sounds really good, doesn't it? That was supposed to be the girl. Let's try the boy. Test it, 1, 2, 3. Test it, 1, 2, 3. Can you tell the sound? I don't think you can hear what I'm saying. Let me try robot. Test it. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good. I actually like that one the best, but I really can't tell what this is saying though. Well, what do you want for $1, right? All right, but I digress. Let's move on to the next one. We're still in round one. We got more of these to go. Now the plastic surgeon, you already saw open the Open X. The plastic surgeon is typically designed to cut around the object, so let me see if this is gonna work. There's a little opening right there. I think I might take advantage of that. Let's see. Oh, I just cut through the cardboard. I don't want to do that. I feel like it was better on the Open X that was kind of blistered out. This is kind of embedded in there. It's not quite as easy. Oh, I thought I broke it. I didn't break it. Something went flying, but it wasn't the plastic surgeon tip. I'm not as impressed with the plastic surgeon. It was more impressive on the Open X. The other thing is, even though it's got a safety latch on it, I have my hands really close to it. I'm afraid I'm gonna slip and cut myself. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. All right, just a matter of getting it started. Now, there we go. All right, came right out. Okay. It took a second to get it started, but then once I did, it was smooth sailing once again. Let's move on to the Fiskars. In case you're wondering, I have some nephews and nieces who are going to get these, so they're not going to waste. Now, the Fiskars are just regular scissors, but they're supposedly designed for this type of packaging. So I'm just going to cut through it. I guess for this round, I'll try the cardboard. Next round, I'll just try going around the edges. All right, I mean, it did a pretty good job. Let me get a regular pair of scissors and see how it compares. Regular pair of scissors, let me see if that's any better. Not much of a difference, to be honest. Let me try again. I will say the Fiskars was a little bit sharper, though. I will say it was a little better. And I do like the fact that they include this little screwdriver, because inevitably when you open a toy like that, you have to get into the battery compartment, so it's kind of nice to have them together. I'm not sure that I'm overly impressed by it, but it did work well. I think it worked adequately well. Time for the Slit It. Now this is a pretty simple design. It just goes over there and you just push it through. Or you can pull it. You can do it either way. You're not going to cut yourself because the blade's pretty deeply embedded in there. For the first round, I'm going to see if the Slit It can actually go through the cardboard. I know it's not designed for that, but let's see how it actually works. Here we go. Let me try pushing instead. Oh, here we go. Well, I mean, I got through it. Kind of brutal. Not the cleanest cut in the world. But still, that's still a decent amount of effort. I guess it worked. I guess not impressive though. It worked, but in a very unimpressive way. All right, one last one to do here. We got the Open X. You're supposed to start it with a piercing blade, and then you're supposed to stick the other blade in there and finish. So the way this package works, this is a little bit of an awkward package, so I'm just gonna start it kind of over here somewhere. I guess I'm just gonna start it like that. I don't think this is the best package for some of these, but that's what you want, right? You want to have a variety of packages. All right, okay, we got the blade there now. Oh wow, that's a very sharp blade. It seemed to hit a kind of a roadblock there. All right, that worked. Round one was interesting, but I've got more rounds to do to figure out which one of these is the best of the bunch. I've got a favorite so far, but you never know. I've seen my favorites drop like a rock before, so let's hit round two and see how they do. For round two, I've got these cheap air fresheners from the 99-cent store, although I don't think I paid 99 cents for them. But this package is a little bit different. It's got rounded edges to it. First up is the Zip It. Even though the Zip It clearly cut through the cardboard well in round one, I think you're really supposed to stick to the edges per their instructions, so I'm going to try that. The safety will not let me get to the edge with it on, so take it off. There we go. Oh, I'm getting into the cardboard. I didn't want to. See, I didn't want to get into the cardboard this time. I just want to go around the edge, but it kind of maneuvered itself onto the cardboard anyway. But that doesn't really matter because it cuts through cardboard just like butter anyways. Let me try the other side now. I'm going to try a little bit different angle here. There we go. You know, whether you go through the cardboard or the plastic, the Zip It just crushes it. And you can't see this, but behind the camera, Bailey wanted to know what the noise is in here. Bailey, what is this? Come here. No, don't get up there. Oh, Bailey. I think Bailey wants to join me for round two. Good girl, yeah. Good girl. I'll see how long I can handle Bailey being up here. I have a serious review here to do. I can't have a crazy dog behind me. Next up, plastic surgeon. Now this one you can really only do one way, so I'm gonna just go around the edge and see how it works. Just have to pierce the plastic and then let go of the safety clasp. And then once you get it pierced, it's really quite easy. I just went around more than once. Oh, yeah, it's very effective. It's very effective. Don't really have much else to say about it. It pierces it easily, and once it's pierced, it just goes right through it smoothly. Round one was more difficult because it was kind of embedded in there. Something like this, where it's on top, it seems like it's kind of geared for that. Next up is the fist scars. Now on round one, I cut across the cardboard, which I'm not sure is really how you're supposed to do it, although it did work well for that. Let me go around the plastic for this one. It definitely works. It's a little bit awkward and it seems like it's making a lot of sharp edges. All right, but it did well. I can't complain. I'm going to nitpick at that point. I think it did quite well. Now when I did the Slit It on round one, I really didn't do it the way it's supposed to be used. I just wanted to see if it would cut through cardboard, which it didn't so well. Let's try it the actual way you're supposed to do it for round two. All right, for Slit It, all you have to do is put the plastic in that opening and either pull or push. I'm not sure which is better. I haven't figured out which one's better yet. I'll try pushing. Whoa. Oh, it did cut it open. Let me try the other side. Wow, quite effective as well. Can it go around corners though? It can go around corners. It's not as easy, but it can do it. I feel like this will be even better on a straight package. On the curved one, maybe it was a little bit awkward, but still pretty good. I definitely wouldn't use it for cardboard, but for the plastic side, it worked quite quickly. And finally for round two, it's the Open X. Similar to the plastic surgeon, I think this one's just gonna go around the edges of the product itself. Use my retractable blade to get it started. I just made a slit right there. Stick it in there and go around the edges. Oh yeah, very, very quick. See, this kind of packaging seems well suited to the plastic surgeon and the Open X. So far, nothing's really been able to stop the Zip It though. All right, so after round 2, a few observations. The Fiskars still just feels like a regular pair of scissors to me, although they do work. The Open X and the plastic surgeon seem like they're really well designed for a package like this with a blister type packaging where the product is completely raised up against the cardboard backing. They did quite well. And the Slit It, once I used it in the proper way, it's definitely gaining steam on the rest. I think when we get to the straight packages, it might do even better. So I'm gonna try to lure Bailey off the couch here and get started with round 3. For round 3, I've got some cheap phone cases in this horrifying packaging once again. Very basic, very simple design, but it should be a good test. For the Zip It, once again, I'm gonna try to stick to just the edge and see if I can avoid the cardboard, even though it seems to cut either one of those well. Wow. That did work. Let me just go all the way around because I can't quite get it out of there yet. If you have a big enough lip here, you can go along the side with this and the Zip It, but if it's too small, you really can't. Oh yeah, look at this. And on this one, I can even use the safety guard too. Oops. I kind of like the Zip It. I am realizing these packages vary so much in design, it's kind of hard for one to be good at all of them. Let's try the plastic surgeon for round 3. Wow, that's very smooth. That was pretty good, actually. Time for the Fiskars. I'm just gonna cut along the edge here once again. It's really awkward going along just the side like that, where the others actually are kind of designed for that. This one, the scissors don't really work quite as well. I mean, it works. Time for the Slit It. And once again, I'm going to try just the plastic part and not the cardboard. Wow. All right, let me try pulling it toward me. Wow, that's so smooth. Wow. I didn't really like this one at first when I was trying to cut the cardboard. But once you stick to the outer edges, it's probably better than the rest of them. And finally, the Open X. I'll try the outside and the Open X as well. See how that does. Pierce it. That worked pretty well. I'm trying to decide which is better on this one, to go up next to the product in the blister area or along the edges, because you can do it either way. It's hard to pick a best among these because they all seem to have a little bit of a different technique. Let's recap the 5 contenders. As far as the Zip It goes, I thought it was so well at the cardboard method that I almost didn't even want to do the design method, which is around the edges. It's very easy to use. If you have any strength problems, this is going to be the best choice for you. The only cons with this one is that it's quite large and it requires batteries. To kind of recap the Open X and the plastic surgeon together, because they're so similar, they're both designed to kind of go around the product itself, but if the product is embedded deeper like the toy was, they kind of struggle a little bit. They are both quite ergonomic. I do worry about the tips long term because they are quite small. As far as the Fiskars goes, there's a good pair of scissors. If you're looking for a good pair of craft scissors with a lot of uses, it would work quite well. But if you have a good pair of scissors at home already, I'm not sure this really offers anything that you don't already have in your drawer. The Amazon listing shows it as a package opener with other uses, but I don't really think that should be one of its primary uses. It's a good pair of scissors, just not a dedicated package opener. As far as a Slit It goes, as long as you can get it around the edge of the packaging, this one works quite well. I would say it's the best of the manual openers. Doesn't cut through cardboard, obviously. Even though it's the lowest rated of the bunch on Amazon, I do think the Slit It has something to offer. Well, that's it. If you've tried any of these products, tell me what you think in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.